Hi guys, this is Erin O'Keefe, Sapphire Ambassador. I have my BFFs with me. We have Liza Reese, Emerald Ambassador, Jody Rutledge, Senior Ruby, and Donna Tan, Senior Ruby. We had a couple ladies with family issues that couldn't join us tonight, so Mary Potter and Drea were dying to be on and share with you, but they had some family things to take care of. So we're excited. We were actually going to do this on Thursday, but we could not wait. We were so pumped after the weekend that we were like, we have to do it now. And luckily, we got Liza able to stay up past 8 o'clock. So here we are. And I apologize for this. This is the post Super Saturday. I refuse to do anything. Look. So I did.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Jody. I did want to start with that. Okay, did you guys love Victor's videos?
Yeah.
Aren't they awesome? I loved how he combined mindset and tool set because those are the two things that you need to be successful. The right mindset and then the skills involved in network marketing. So I just want to start by saying, like, I had to do, after going to Saratoga, all right, back up. When I was asked to do Super Saturday, I was really honored and really scared, but still said yes, right? Scary. This is not something I signed up for. A lot of people, that's their goal. They want to be the Super Saturday, but that was not my goal. But I said yes. And then I found out I was in Dallas and I really just wanted to cry because I've never spoken to more than 100 people. 200 people, I think, was our biggest meeting, right, Liza?
Yes.
And it was scary because of the size of going to Dallas where there are so many jewels and they have amazing events all the time. So my goal was like, oh my God, I just don't want to stink. Like, I don't want them to think I stink. So I want to talk about mindset. After listening to Drea and Saratoga, I had to do some serious self-talk every day. And what I told myself every day was, someone chose you for a reason. And also my friends kind of told me, Liza was telling me this, Kathleen, Amy, they were saying they chose you for a reason. And I had to go with that. Like, someone must have seen something in me that I didn't even see in myself. So my self-talk every day was have fun and be awesome. And that was the goal. That was what I set out to do. Like, that morning, I was not afraid. I had no fear. But this was like 3 months of trying to overcome my fears. So how does that relate to you? Um, a lot of people are scared to come out of, their plexus closet, I guess, or they only want to post in their customer group, and they don't want to post at all. Guys, the right mindset will get you there. And what you need to know is that we have the right products with the best compensation plan out there. So own it and do not be afraid. I have this brand new level one. I was telling Liza this today. She didn't even get her welcome pack yet, and she posted on her customer group, and someone said, "What is this, a cult?" I mean, she has no history of plexus. And did I tell you this, Liza, or Jody?
Yeah, you told me.
Yes. Okay. And she said, well, if getting people healthy and making them feel better is a cult, then I'm all in. So she didn't even get her welcome pack or try the product, and she owns it. Like, so right there, she just cut down all negative talk. So she didn't feed into the negative. So that's what I want to say. Start with the right mindset. Don't be afraid. Get over your fears. And then we're going to go to the tool set. All right. So I got to work with the amazing Molly Orr. She is like a professional public speaker. She's amazing. She's so poised and confident, and she really knows her stuff. But I wanted to share some verbiage that she gave us. It was really cool. She had the part of talking to strangers. And I have the notes written down. That's why I keep looking over. So one tip that she gave, which I thought was so cool, was when you go and you're at a store and they say, can I get your email address? She hands them a business card. Instead of giving the email address, she's like, here's my business card. You can keep it, so she's just like, please feel free to keep it. And my contact information is on there with my business. So I thought that was really cool. Instead of actually giving that clerk your email address, hand them your card. That's one really cool way to talk to strangers. I love that. Another thing, we're talking about verbiage on whether you're assigning someone as a retail, a preferred, or an ambassador. And this is how she presents it. And guys, it's all in presentation. Your friends are going to trust what you tell them. So if you tell them to go retail, they're going to go retail. If you tell them preferred is the best way, preferred. But listen to what she says. She says, our our best and cheapest way to buy these products is through wholesale as a Plexit ambassador. You're going to sign up and you're going to pay $34.95 and you're going to get your website that you can shop off every month. The second best way is to buy them as a preferred customer. And then she said, the third best way, which I won't even let you do because I'm a good friend, is retail and you're just paying full price and there's no need to do that. So I thought that verbiage, like when you lead with the business, I think that's kind of cool. But with that, you do have to be honest because that doesn't come with a money back guarantee and it doesn't come, they have to know that auto qualification and 100 PV a month. But if they're ordering triplex, I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool way to get your products.
Erin, can I cut in and say something really quick that I heard about that?
Sure.
And I've been saying it lately, and it was, do you want the best way to purchase or what did they say? Did anybody hear this? Do you want the money back guarantee or the cheapest way to purchase? I can't remember exactly what it is. I'll have to look it up. But
I love that. And guys,
go ahead. Powerful. I'll look it up. Sorry.
Your friends are going to trust you to purchase the best way. And if you lead with a customer base, you're going to get customers. If you lead with a business, you're going to get business. Everyone says, why do the same people keep signing people every month? They're using the correct verbiage to sign people every month. And they're also highly well loved.
Yeah. I think it was, what's most important to you, the cheapest way to get the products or a money back guarantee? And a lot of people end up saying the cheapest way to get the products.
I don't even, the money back guarantee is there. I don't even really talk about it that much. Like I've only had 3 people use it over the last couple of years. And 2 of them were because they had an allergy to stevia that they didn't even know that they had. So I really am not a big pusher of the 6-day money back guarantee, but it is a great tool for you to use. Okay, I love this one. So what do we hear all the time? We hear, I'm running out of friends, and none of my friends want to buy it, or I've hit my entire audience and there's no one left. I have no sympathy. Get new friends or get more friends. So what Molly says is this is a network marketing business and you need to be networking. So you're going to go on Facebook. Sorry, good night. And you're gonna search for groups of your interest. For example, she's a doctor's wife, so she went and searched doctor's wife, and she got into that doctor's wife Facebook group. Now she doesn't get in there and post about Plexus or verbal vomit Plexus or even talk about Plexus. She's networking. She's commenting. She's making friends. She's interacting. She's just, becoming a network in there and becoming a trusted person. And then you become Facebook friends with them, and then you post on your wall about Plexus, and that's how it happens, guys. You have to continue to network. Don't stick to just one audience. I love that. So she gave everyone in the audience the homework, write this down, of go find 5 Facebook groups that you are interested in. So I did it this weekend. I found one. There's a local running group. So I'm going to start running again. So there's a local running group, and I'm going to get together with these women and just run, and not going to talk about Plexus. I'm going to just run and become friendly and build relationships and maybe wear a Plexus shirt and after the second or third time. So just really networking. So really, I challenge you to do that this week, is to find 5 groups that you're interested in, whether it's, I don't care if it's knitting, playing Yahtzee, running, whatever your interest is, just go for it. And then the last one, and Victor talked about it a lot, guys, we have to have a system for our business. If you want the big picture, if you just want to play around with Plexus, that's totally cool. Post on your wall, that's fine. If you want the big picture, you have to have a system. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's a lot of different systems, but you have to figure something out. So at Super Saturday, what they taught was make your Franks list, and we've always called it the 100 list. The friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids' friends, and service organizations. The S could also be for spouse, your spousal connections. So to use that list, and now you're going to start reaching out. Don't just make your list and stare at it. You've got to work your list. So you're going to share Plexus. You're going to set up events. You're going to meet someone for coffee. You're going to send someone a Facebook message. You're going to call them. If you are just relying on posting on Facebook as your main, source of business, it's going to die out after a while. And trust, we all started there, right, guys? Like, that's how we started. We're just going to post on Facebook. And then, things change and we evolve, and we've learned so much about network marketing in the last 2 years that, I believe you need a system. So write them down, share with them, follow up. Follow up, you have to follow up 24 to 48 hours. And then you're going to close the deal. How do you close the deal? You're going to send them exact directions on how to sign up, whether it's a customer or an ambassador, or you're going to get on the phone with them and walk them through the process. And I think that personal connection, walking them through the process is huge. And then you're going to train them. So if it's a new ambassador, you're going to train. So I just think working with the system is huge. And if you don't have a system, things are not going to go the way you like. You need to be organized and figure out what works for you. So those are my biggest takeaways, except for that I had a major blast and serious FOMO, fear of missing out, with my girls in Jersey. I was so proud because I know you guys represented, and I think you would have been proud of what we did in Dallas too. So more importantly, I can't wait for convention now. All right, so next we're going to have Jody.
Hi, everyone. I was told to do 5. I had 5 million, but I narrowed it down to my 5 biggest takeaways from the weekend. Number 1 being not the most important, very, very important though. One of the most important is state your why. If you have not created your why you're sharing Plexus and why you want to earn money with Plexus, if it's to get people healthy, if it's to be a stay-at-home mom, you need to create your why. And just hearing so many people's whys this weekend, it just gets you so pumped up and so motivated, and it builds so much belief in this company. So definitely, if you have not created your why, create your why. And knowing that it's okay if your why has changed. Like everybody on this call probably knows that my why was to get my products paid for at first. And then my first paycheck, I absolutely knew that there was so much potential in this company, and my why changed, and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And I think most people know that I did that in 10 months. So create your why, and that's what's going to drive you in this business. When there's ups and downs, you're going to think about your why, and that's going to keep you going for the future. And so your whys are just so, so important. The second one is income producing activities. Get on calls, watch YouTube videos. You should be constantly growing and reading and having meetings with your upline and conversations with your upline and your sidelines, and just learning. That's why it's so important to make friends, not only on Facebook, but going to these meetings, because the more friendships you make, the more you can learn from other people. And oh my gosh, I never thought about doing that. If I talk to Liza and she gives me an idea, or Donna and she gives me an idea of what she's doing on her team. So not just going to your upline, but making friendships and learning what your sidelines are doing too.
Before you go to the next one, that income producing system that they gave us, the 3, 3, 3, and 1. Guys, if you use that, there's 2 ways to make money in Plexus. You sign customers and you sign ambassadors. That's how you make money. And the only way to do that is to share the products and share the business. So if you use that system, do you remember the system, Jody? Share. No, I know it was like a blur, but I stared at that screen for like 6 months. So, share the business with 3 people a week, share the products with 3 people a week, follow up with 3 in your downline. I don't.
We could post it, but then they turned it around and said, imagine if you did that weekly, but imagine what would happen if you did it daily.
Right.
Your business would just blow up.
Yeah,
if you did those weekly things daily, then your business would blow up.
Exactly. So you're talking about reaching 270 people a month. And really quick, Molly, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is such a great analogy. She gave an analogy of, think about a baseball player. A baseball player gets paid really well when they hit the ball 3 out of 10 times. That's it. All you need to do, you can have 7 misses. So you hit the ball 3 out of 10 times and you have a 300 batting average, you're getting paid millions of dollars. So imagine you reached out to 10 people and 3 people said yes. That can translate down the line as you grow an organization into millions of dollars. So I thought that was really cool.
Absolutely. And just the importance of training your team. It's so exciting when we sign new ambassadors, but what we do with those ambassadors after is so important. So once you sign an ambassador, learning about that ambassador and asking what they are hoping for. One thing that I haven't done is adding wholesale ambassadors to our team groups. I was never really doing that, but I'm going to start doing that, because sometimes that just builds more belief into them, and they think, well, if they could do this, then I could do this, and it just kind of gets them excited. So don't add them to a bunch of, but at least your team group. But training your teams. And now this new success kit, we have an actual like visual and so much good training material to train your teams. So if you have not purchased a success kit when they come up, or if you weren't at Super Saturday, they're going to be for sale soon.
February
January
1st. It's $16.99.
So inexpensive and such good. This is what you do to be a successful ambassador.
It's a roadmap. Like, it's a roadmap for success. It's amazing.
Yeah. Another thing I think that we should all go back to and is so important is the power of three. Everyone that was at Super Saturday loved the power of three visual. I don't know if you guys did that there, where three people stood up and then they tagged three people and they tagged three people, and all of a sudden they were diamond. And look how it's such a simple analogy, and it really could work if we all go back to the power of three and then teaching our team how to do the power of three. So just how important the power of three is. And there's a great video. Who's got that video?
Medina.
Sheila Medina.
Sheila Medina. The power of three video. If you haven't seen that, then absolutely see that. Another I heard a bunch of times this weekend is if you treat your Plexus like a business, you're going to get paid like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, you're going to get paid like a hobby.
Right.
So you're going to get out of this business what you put into it. So hopefully you're going to put a lot into it. Again, I just keep writing down, train your teams. The third thing I took away is how important customer care is. Just like if you sign up an ambassador, you need to train them. If you sign up a customer, you need to train them. And you don't just train them and send them directions and let them be on their merry way. You create a relationship with your customers, earn their trust. If you say you're going to, I do this a lot. I say the best way to sign up is, I'm going to change that and say the best way to sign up is wholesale now. But in the past, I've said the best way to sign up is preferred. Even if and a lot of people say, well, I only want it for 1 month and they only want to do retail. And I say, I will cancel if you don't want the products before your next shipment, I will set an alarm on my calendar and I'll call you before then, and we're going to be in contact anyway, but I'll cancel your next shipment before it comes, just so you'll get the wholesale or just so you'll get the preferred price. But if you say that, then you need to program. And what I do is write on my telephone, I program on my calendar, and I do on that day. 2 weeks later, I contact them, and I'm in contact with them more before, but on the second week, I call and I say, hey, what would you like me to do? Do you think you're loving this? Do you want to give it a month? I really hope you'll give it 60 days. And most of the time, they always continued to the 60 days, and then they either end up flipping to a customer or ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
So just earn the trust of your customers, give them directions, and follow up and make sure that they're taking it the way that you said. So just customer care and how important it is. Love on your customers, and they'll probably not leave you. If you just let them wander and figure out the products on their own, they're probably going to end up quitting.
Remember that saying that you always say? They don't care.
They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I 100% believe that.
Yeah.
Be consistent. Number 4 is, I can't stress enough how much consistency, how important that is. Not only being consistent on social media, on Facebook, but being consistent, checking in with your customers, being consistent, training your teams, just consistency and how important that is. And I think most important thing that I took away is to go to events. You need to go to events. If you're having a local training in your area, then go to it. If there's a Super Saturday, you need to go to it. Convention, everybody says in the beginning, I can't afford it, I can't do this, I can't do that. You need to go to convention. It's so important. I'm just going to be open with you guys and tell you that maybe some of you have noticed I've been in a little funk lately, and I haven't been feeling myself. And I went to Super Saturday, and I came back so pumped up and so excited. I feel like I'm in the first week of my business again. I can't sleep at night because I want to message as many people as I can and read up as much stuff as I can. So just seeing my team there and how excited it got them, we created a group of everybody, and we're just pumping each other up. And so get to these events. That's my biggest, I think, thing is just get to the events. Everybody knows that leaders are born at events, and those that show up that go up. But this weekend was proof for me that these meetings and all the Plexus people that you meet and the friendships that you make, it pumps you up, and it just fills your heart, and it gets you so excited to move on. And we're all going to get in little slumps, but you go to a meeting, even if one day I had 10 people at my house and everybody left so excited and so pumped up. But imagine that times a room full of 1,000 Plexus ambassadors. So that was my biggest takeaway, is go to events, make it happen, somehow make it happen.
I love that, Jody. I think it's because we all build each other up, and we're not competing with each other. It is just the greatest group of people. I love how you said, train your new ambassadors. And that was the point of Super Saturday. Mary and Luciano didn't want to have a Super Saturday and then, all right, go on your way. Everyone needs to use what they gave you and duplicate it. So we're going to get access to those PowerPoints. You're going to use those PowerPoints and train your team with them, because now you know what to say. You have the verbiage, and have your little mini Super Saturdays all through until convention. So have a meeting of 5 or have a Zoom with 10 people on your team and have mini Super Saturdays, because now you have these tools and this material. So use it. I love that. Yeah, don't just sign someone and leave them there. Mm-hmm. So awesome.
And another thing is, I don't know if it was Kristen that said it. It's not too late. If you have a nice sized team, go back to your level ones that maybe you didn't do things right with and start all over with them again. So I'm absolutely going to do that. Every one of us should do that. If you have somebody that's not, as pumped up as they used to be, get them pumped up. Just start over again. Say, I have this new success kit. Please go order it in your back office when it's available. And let's just start this business all over again from we were so excited in the beginning, and I'm so excited now, and it's not too late to pump people back up again.
Awesome. Thank you, Mama.
Welcome.
Miss Donna?
It was a good thing we probably didn't do this on Thursday, because there was no way I'd be able to narrow down what I thought was fantastic about it. For me, it started at 7:30 in the morning when we all piled on this bus. A bus that I literally thought, all right, we're all getting on a bus and we're all going to Jersey, and this is working out well. When I tell you that, obviously the training was magnificent that day, but my biggest takeaway was the bus. It was the absolute camaraderie, the laughter.
I have that word here too.
Do you have it? Yay! It was truly the epitome of one Plexus.
Well, when I found out what you did, I thought it was truly the epitome of an amazing leader. Liza, can you brag on Donna a little bit, because she's not going to do it herself?
Donna, the minute people started walking into that building and coming up to me and telling me how great the bus ride was, because it was 3.5 hours of essentially one-on-one training. People were doing Q&A. She was doing trivia. She was giving things away. People were sharing their own personal experiences on how they use certain products. What products are their favorite? Everybody that walked up to me said that was the fastest bus ride ever, because it was fun and people were engaged. I even had some people say, I had a whole list of things I was planning on doing on the bus to keep myself busy, but Donna took over and it was a great ride. And so I've told her one-on-one, but I'll say it publicly here. Thank you, Donna, for definitely taking those 45 and 50 people, and some of which aren't even necessarily on your team.
No, I mean, there probably was about 10, I had a great handful of Jody's. I had some of Mary's. And
some of my level ones.
Yeah, you absolutely did.
Donna, my people said the same thing. They could not thank you enough. They said how awesome you were and how awesome the ride was.
It really was.
Your heart is full. Your heart is full. That's all you can say.
It was special to me, as probably more so than it was to them. But it was a huge takeaway. So I walked through those doors Saturday morning on a complete high. So there was nothing that was going to shut me down that day. The fact also that I had 32 or 33 of my own team there, where last year I had 2. So that to me was tremendous. But I think what I took away most from Super Saturday in the actual training was the ABCs that they gave us. And when they said we have the ABC of how you're going to grow your business and how you're going to launch up to success, I thought, well, you know what? If you keep it simple like that, I think people are going to be able to follow it. So the biggest one was the A, obviously, and that was attitude. And that is so important. Whether it's in Plexus or whether you're raising your kids or whether you're out in the workforce doing something else, your attitude represents yourself.
Absolutely.
And we see it all the time. And, we harp on it. And I think we need to harp on it as leaders about how we portray ourselves in social media. How do we portray ourselves? We're a brand. We've branded ourselves to work for this company and to represent this company. And nothing is more disappointing than when you log on to social media and you see the woe is me. I'm having a bad day. Look at everyone sitting on this panel has had multiple bad days. I could have had the worst day today, but no one is going to know it. No one is going to know it because it's not only going to affect me, it's going to affect my entire team, and it's going to affect the Plexus Corporation, which we've now branded ourselves to.
That's right.
So be very careful with your attitude. On the positive side with attitude, with personal growth for me was I've always been a fairly positive person, but I became more positive because I wanted to put that out there for people. I wanted people to think I was maybe necessarily more positive than I truly was. After about 6 months of that, and I hate to use the term phony because I don't think I was being phony, but after about 6 months of doing that, that became truly the way that I felt and the way that I did my daily business. I wake up every morning with a positive attitude, and I truly feel it has helped me grow, teach, learn everything that we need to make this business a success. So that truly is the basis to everything, your attitude. So keep that in mind. When you go to jot something down on social media, think before you put it down. And if you really need to vent, I tell my team all the time, pick up the phone and call me.
Yeah.
Vent to me. Or say, I've had the crappiest day today. I can't possibly go near social media. Let me take it for you. Let me do it. Because one day could screw up really a lot that you've worked for. So that was the ABM.
Along with, if you're tired, don't post it. If you have a headache, don't post it. If we are sharing products that help in these issues and you're saying, I'm so tired, and I see it every day, guys, so I'm not just making this up, don't post it. Just be tired.
Just be tired, please. Or go to bed at 8 o'clock, right, Liza? Then you won't be tired. The next one, the B, again, ties right into believe, 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 believe. Do you believe this is going to work for you? Do you believe you're going to be able to help hundreds and hundreds of people? Do you believe that this is going to take your family to a place that it had no idea it would ever go to? And if your belief is so sincere like that, there's not going to be anything that stops you. Don't let anything stop it. Just keep powering through. Like Erin said, she woke up every morning in the last couple of months getting ready for Super Saturday, telling herself she was awesome. Get up every morning and say, I believe today.
Now I actually think it. No.
Absolutely. And that was my point about being phony. You started off not really believing it.
Awesome. So awesome.
I'm awesome.
That's called fake it till you make it.
Exactly. Believe in yourself. Believe that why not you? Why not you? Why not you? Why not you?
Don't all four of us believe we're going to be diamonds? Like, do we not believe that 100%? Like,
Absolutely.
I believed it from day one. Like, I never had any doubt in the products, the company, the compensation, my team, the CEOs, like, just everything about it, I believe.
And you're going to pay, and Erin passed that down to us. Everyone sitting on this panel, she passed that belief down to us. And it's really, again, part of our job to pass that belief down to anybody.
If you're not doing that as a leader, you are really missing a huge part of what leadership is all about. So if you're sitting at gold and you're like, why isn't my team growing? Are you pouring belief into your team? Are you pouring belief into your downline? Are you telling them they can do it? Are you telling them There's no stopping them. You have to do that.
But it's
'Cause
also
true.
about self-reflection. Do you believe in
Yeah.
yourself? Do you,
Absolutely.
Do you
Right.
truly believe in this company, or are you just saying it? You need
Right.
You can't, no, you can't pass it down, legitimately cannot pass it down if you don't
Right.
believe it yourself.
right.
You can only, like you said, fake it till you make it so long. Someone's going to see through you and say, but you're not, you don't believe in yourself. So why should we believe in ourselves?
Right.
And then the last one was the C was commitment and consistency. And Jody did a great job talking about consistency. So I won't go over that, but it's the commitment. When you click join that day and you said to your upline, yeah, I think I want to work this business, you made a commitment. No different than any other commitment that you've made throughout your lifetime. Treat it as important as any other commitment. Your commitment to your outside job, your commitment to your family, time management. Make sure that commitment is there. Because again, once you start building, whether you have one person under you or 1,300 people under you, your commitment has to be 100%. And it's your 100%. I obviously have a little more time to give on a daily basis, because I'm at home now than Liza does, who still works a full-time job. But yet her commitment is 100% for her time frame. My commitment is 100% for my time frame. Work it out with yourself. But whatever time frame you give yourself, if you say, I can work Plexus 1 hour a day, then it has to be 100% of commitment 1 hour a day.
Love that.
Continue to go on from there. And really, if you think about the A, the B, and the C, and you package it all together, there's really nothing that can stop you from going from where you want to be to where you think you're going to be in the future.
Right.
One last thing is that and I learned this over and over again from Erin. It's the unwavering belief that you can do this. And start with some goals. Goals are huge for us. I've never ever made goals in any other job that I've ever had until I started working with Plexus. And the other thing they said the other day too was, don't make just one big large goal. Make several of them. So say in a year I want to do this. In 6 months I want to do this. In 3 months I want to do this. Next month it's this. And then go so far as to say, week by week, this is what I want to do. Because if you're looking long range, if you're looking for that year, you're going to say, well, I have a year to do it. And then you're going to be like, crap, it's 9 months ago, and now I only have 3 months to do it. So start slow, but yet always have that tangible year goal that you're going to say, I'm going to be this by the time we get to January of 2017. So it was amazing. Jody was absolutely correct. If you can go to any meeting, and if you can't find one in your area, start one. You do it.
Right. That's what we did. We had nothing. Nothing.
Don't sit back and say, I wish I could be invited to a meeting. Sit back and say, okay, I'm going to plan a meeting, and you're all going to be invited. That's
right. And if you have a meeting, if you're like the leader and you have 10 on your team and one person comes, you're going to pour into that one person. Yep. You're not going to say, oh my God, 9 people didn't come. You're going to think about that one person, because that one person wants to be there to hear from you. So don't discount, the bigger picture. Look at who's there right in front of you, dying to learn. Can you see why these two are going to be emeralds soon?
Yeah. Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to kind of finish up for everybody, and I have the same belief that everybody on here does as well. I could talk about this forever, and thinking about the things that I wanted to talk about tonight was very difficult, because it was even on the phone today with Andrea, and we both said we could talk about this forever, for hours, but we can't, because we want to make it as efficient as possible for you. But the first thing that I want to start with personally is I'm working on 2 years as being a Plexus ambassador, and every single time, even this call tonight, in the last 35 minutes, I learned something. I learned something new, whether it's from the trainers or somebody else that I'm sitting next to, something somebody says. I'm constantly learning. So the first thing was, I think it was Kristen Abar, one of our trainers in New Jersey, who said, share the product love with your team. Don't just share it with your Plexus audience in your customer group. Share what you love about the products with your team. What's that going to do? that's going to increase your overall organizational volume. They're going to see that you love Mega X so much that they're going to want to go buy it. I did it today because, and what I posted is absolutely true. I posted in my team group about Mega X and how I've increased Mega X because I had a fellow Emerald ambassador share with me the importance of the ingredients in Mega X. I put it out there to everybody. Now people can see what I'm using, and it's going to increase their personal volume because they're going to go and purchase it, but then they can share with their customer group as well. So I thought that was awesome, and that's something that I'm going to put on my to-do list for at least once a week.
Love that.
The other thing that the trainers talked about were 2 books that I don't even think I've heard of, but I'm definitely going to. Yeah, Donna, you're shaking your head too like you hadn't heard of them. The first one is Go for No.
Oh, I've heard of that.
You have?
We were big on that with Leah Sophia. Like that was like the big, I think the guy who wrote it came to Leah Sophia convention.
Awesome. Okay, so these are going to be my 2 Amazon books, Go for No, and the second one is Start with Why. You heard Jody talk about the importance of having a why. When you're talking about Plexus and when you're doing your 30-second elevator speech, you should also be able to shoot out your why to whoever you're talking to. So those 2 books were super important. The other thing is this guy right here. We all received the new Success Kit when we walked through the door on Saturday, and as a couple of people have said, it's going to be available to all ambassadors on February 1st. You need to purchase it. Mm-hmm. You need to purchase it. It is full of information that we have been talking about for 2 years that is finally in a nice, hard case with all the information from product cards. I would take the product cards alone, to be honest with you. Thank you cards, business brochures to be able to hand out to people, just great information.
Oh, and a little picture of Liza in there.
Yeah, it's more about Maren than it is me. So when that opportunity arises for everyone, please invest the $16.99 and get that Success Kit. It also will allow you to see what your new personally sponsored ambassadors are going to be receiving, and you're going to be able to train them better. So it kind of goes back to what Jody was talking about before. And then just the overall feeling of the day. I was a greeter with Sapphire Ambassador Lisa McKeever at one of the main doors, and watching people walk through and being able to say good morning to everybody and their faces when they walked in the room and saw 900 chairs in front of them, the music that was playing, just like any other corporate Plexus event. It was amazing. And I have camaraderie here too, Donna, passion, love, happiness. And looking around, and I even said that to Lisa at one point, I said, look at the people in this room. They're old, they're young, they're of all ethnicities, they are just all shapes and sizes. It was such an eclectic group of people, and it made me sit back and be like, oh my gosh, this company is so amazing that it hits everybody. It's for everybody, not just one certain group of people, and that just made me super happy. And then just to be able to get the hugs and to get this great training and talk to people that we only see on Facebook. I can't tell you how many times I heard, oh my goodness, it's so great to finally meet you, but people acted as though they've known each other forever, but just because they've built that relationship on Facebook, and this was the first time that they were meeting each other face to face. Amazing, amazing opportunity.
Love it.
So that goes back to getting to those events. Donna, you had said, create it yourself. That brought me back to, I think I have the date actually, and if Andrea was on this call, she'd buy that I had the date. Like October 5th, 2014 was our first opportunity event / training in a bar, in the back of a bar in downtown Albany, 25 to 30 people. Now here we are planning an opportunity meeting for this area, and I'm laying it out there right now for January 25th, and we potentially could be expecting over 100 people. That's amazing.
Awesome.
So get to these events, and if you can't find an event, create one for yourself. Jody said it before, invite your team over to your home even, just to do a mini training. So leaders are born at events. I went to convention last year, and I had already been to a couple corporate events, and convention was like no other. It was like no other because everybody is there. It's a huge party. And last year, and I'm hoping they do the same thing this year, the training that we all received was leveled. So it made sense to where you are in your business.
Yeah.
It wasn't like somebody was talking over you because you weren't at the emerald status. You were maybe a gold ambassador. This training is for you specifically. Marianne Luciano is probably the best thing that has happened to Plexus in the last year.
Her team, her writers, oh my
Yes,
God.
she is amazing.
Last year was the first year they did this.
Mhm.
They were all brand new. Like Debbie Sullivan didn't even come on board yet.
Yep.
So now with this team and what they're going to do at convention, it's going to knock us. It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
Can I say something real quick? Add something?
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody knows, but Marianne, Liza, Erin, who else was there for that meeting where we met?
Very able.
Yeah.
And Marianne asked us what we would like to see in these success kits, and there is stuff that we said in these success kits. So
Guys,
if you wonder why we have belief in these companies, is because in Plexus is because they listen to us.
Yeah.
We asked us our opinions, and they put it in these success. Little old us. Old us.
those product cards. Marianne, and when I did the Super Saturday training in DC, she was like, "This derived from my focus group in New York." She said it in front of all those other jewels.
Yep.
We begged for them, like, what does this product do? What is in it? What can you say?
Yeah.
And it's right in front of you. You don't even have to like reinvent the wheel. And those success kits, like, guys, you can give it to a new ambassador and say, read it.
Yep.
Now they're going to have 45,000 less questions for you. So as a leader, you can continue to work your business without answering brand new ambassador questions all day.
Yep.
Of course, we still need that one-on-one interaction with our new ambassadors, but it's going to cut out so many questions and save so much time.
Right.
How much easier is it going to be for them to learn the products now? There's little product. How much easier than clicking here, going on the website, going there for a different one? It's all right in this box.
But even somebody who wants to start off right away and doesn't have the time to go through, I mean, they even gave us a quick start guide. Like, you just open it up and you follow those 10 steps. These are 10 steps that we would spend maybe half hour, 45 minutes, maybe even longer going over with an ambassador. Here it is right here. They can just open it up, take a look, and get started right away. So, this is stuff too that I'm sure we're going to be talking about when we go to convention, and it's an amazing experience like no other. Last year it was in Arizona. This year it's in Las Vegas. It's going to be absolutely incredible to be with your peers and to see people that you've been watching on Facebook since you started. And I'm talking about those diamonds out there. They are there. They are interacting with everybody. It's an amazing experience. You have a lot of time. It is January 11th. Convention towards the end of June. There should be no excuses. Use your business building bonuses. Take portions of your Plexus monthly paycheck and put it aside. Share a room with 3 other people. The rooms are actually, they're okay. The pricing is okay.
I was surprised.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's summer in Vegas. Summer is not their busiest season.
Right.
And it's Monday through Thursday.
Right.
So they did that on purpose. So because if you look at this Friday night, Saturday night at MGM, it's like $700 a night.
Right.
So
yeah,
very
exactly.
doable.
And even
that's too expensive as other hotels in Vegas you could stay at.
Yep, and even flights. I was looking this week at flights for Southwest, and they're inexpensive. They're totally doable. Yep. It's attainable, and you can earn back your registration fee. You can earn really cool things. All of that stuff should be coming out really soon from corporate. It's just it's going to boom your business, and when you leave there, like Jody said before, you're going to be refreshed. And any kind of negativity you may have had is out the window. The passion that we all have, like, what I cannot say it enough. You need to get to convention. Absolutely. That you need to make it a goal. You heard somebody say to make those short and long-term goals. This should be one of them. Absolutely one of your top 5. And before I pass it off to Erin so that she can close it out, I want to personally, on behalf of myself, Jody, and Donna, and the rest of this team, brag on Erin a little bit. She was amazing this weekend in Dallas. We missed her tremendously in New Jersey, but it was pretty darn awesome to say that our leader was
Yeah.
one of 40 people in 20 locations in the United States and Canada to be able to present for Plexus,
Yeah.
to be chosen. Yep, to be chosen. And I told her right from the get-go, you were chosen for a reason. You were chosen to be in Dallas for a reason. And if you saw anything on her Facebook page in the last 48 hours, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Her and Molly rocked. She did amazing. 1,800 people.
It
1,800
was so fun.
she presented to.
Guys, and this is the thing about Plexus. It doesn't matter where you go.
Mhm.
Actually, the more people, the better, because that's just more people to love on you. I
Yep.
swear. Like, I really feel that way. Like, when I do a meeting of 10 people, it is not as exciting as a meeting of 1,800. I feel like it brings out the best in me because there's nothing better than a room full of Plexus people. And the more the merrier, because that's just more to love. And it was never anything I ever wanted to do. I had a huge fear of public speaking, and I've overcome a lot personally to get there. But it was amazing, and I just hope that you guys have the same experience. I hope you are able to do this one day. I hope you're chosen one day, because it is a blow your mind experience. There's nothing better. It was so fun.
Well, we're super proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes, we are.
All right, awesome. All right, Erin, close us out.
That's it. Good night. No.
Well, thank you guys for coming on. We just there's so much more that we could talk about, and hopefully we're going to be able to do some trainings too. All the leaders are going to do trainings to discuss the details of Super Saturday. And I think you're going to see a lot of great things coming down the pike.
And one thing, the one slide that they missed in Jersey was I think there was some technical difficulties, but sign 3 in 10 days.
Yes, that's your challenge right now.
If you put intentional work into your business, and intentional work isn't cleaning up your desk, it isn't just posting on Facebook, it is making your Franks list and making personal connections with people and getting them on board. Because, I mean, imagine, like, this is not a company contest. This is like, you're going to earn residual income. You're going to grow your team. You're going to make money, and you're going to help someone else feel the same way that we feel. So that's the best part.
Awesome.
So have a good night, everyone. Thanks.
Great way to end.
Bye.
Yay.
Awesome. Thank you.